Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are coming from Hobart, Oklahoma, as the Minco Bulldogs take on the Hobart Bearcats. I will tell you from the start that Pastor Mike Luster is not with us tonight. He is on a well-deserved family vacation, and we wish them all the best. I think they're listening in tonight. So unfortunately, you just have me, and I'll keep you updated and go through the game the best I can as we get ready for the coin toss between the captains of Minco and the captains of Hobart. It is a beautiful night. It's a cool, crisp night. And looking forward to some good football action here as we get ready for the coin toss, as Minco will make the call. Captains for Minco are number 12, Jackson Pate. Number 75, Luke Clement. Number 85, Will Holding. And you'll have to apologize, our setting is not the best in the world here where they have us set up at, so it's kind of hard for me to see. We're behind a glass, and the camera's behind a glass, but I think we'll get a pretty good broadcast for you tonight. And number 70, Bryce Williams, I'm sorry I did not mention him, but he is also a captain. Bryce has been playing pretty well. All these boys have been playing well this year, and it's good to have Jackson back again tonight. And we're going to give it a whirl here as the ref goes over instructions with both units. Hobart won the toss, have deferred to the second half, and I believe that Minco will receive the ball to start the first quarter. Absolutely beautiful night for football. Clear skies. It will be a little cool and crisp, but it's just a beautiful football night. Anticipating a good game for the Bulldogs. You know, a lot of great things are in store for this program. We have the playoffs next week at home. We'll talk about that a little bit later and how you access tickets for that. And want to fill our place up next week. It's going to be a fun night in Minco next Friday night. And here come the Bulldogs. So some things to watch tonight. Ben Birchfield is just a few catches away. Let me kind of go over some stats for Ben. He is, by the way, a freshman this year, and he's had a tremendous year. And Ben is only 87 yards away for 1,000 receiving yards this season. And if he can get 2 touchdowns tonight, he'll have 20 on the season. So we're going to be watching Ben real closely and how many catches he makes, and if he can get that 87-yard mark. I do have a little bit of issues with score, I might say. I'm going to have to update the score for you tonight by telling you what the score is. And we're having some problems here. Here we go. We're getting ready for kickoff, and we're having some issues with the stream. I think we may have them fixed, and I'm going to run the camera for a moment. So I'm doing a few things at once here. Our camera operators haven't got come in quite yet. Here we go for the kickoff. And the kick goes out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will start on, I believe, the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Minco from the 49-yard line. First series of the game. And Jackson Pace is going to get the ball. He's going to break free. He's going to get to the 35, down to the 30-yard line. A good run by Jackson of about 16 yards. A way to start a ball game for Minco. Hard, tough run by Jackson Pate, who is really hard to bring down. Glad to have him back. And I've got to remember to follow with the camera. I am sorry about that. And we have a stoppage in play by the official. Having some clock issues. And we're having some clock issues here, and they're trying to alleviate that, and we'll play football in a minute. And officials take a timeout. While we're waiting on the timeout, we are also we have a home junior high basketball game. Junior high season starts up Monday night. So if you're in Minco and want something to do, hey, great support those kids as we approach basketball season starting here pretty quick, and it just keeps rolling, keeps moving. It's hard to believe that it's November, and I think 20 days from today is Thanksgiving, so time moves quickly. And we're having problems with our stream, and I apologize. We're doing the best we can with this, and well, it looks like a pickup of about 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 7, I believe, from around the 27-yard line. And that pass is incomplete. And we're had a holding call on the Bulldogs. And Jackson Pate breaks it. He's going to get to the 10-5. He's going to score. Good job by the Bulldogs on that run. And I don't know if you can see this or not. We're having some issues with our streaming. If someone could text me or let me know if we're able to get this thing broadcast. And it's 6-0 Bulldogs. And that kick is blocked. And the score 6-0 Bulldogs, 11:04 left in the first quarter. I apologize. We're having all sorts of issues tonight with the setup in here where we're at, but it's 11:04 left to go in the first quarter. Bulldogs score pretty quickly. Jackson Pate with about a 35-yard run to score. We're leading 6-0. The extra point was blocked, and I apologize because I'm running the camera and everything right now, and it's kind of a mess. But we're doing our best, and hopefully you can enjoy Bulldog football tonight. As I mentioned before, if it, I don't know if it was on or not because of the streaming issue, but Bulldog basketball, junior high basketball, starts this week. On our next week on Monday night, we have a home game, and we hope that you can join us for that. It's a beautiful night here in Hobart, and so far we're starting pretty good. Jackson Pace running with great authority, running very forceful, and we need that, obviously, and I think we control the running game and the clock. Get out here with a victory tonight. Head to the playoffs next week. Well, on that kickoff return, it was pretty, not a high kick, and the returner returned it pretty good. I don't have their roster, and I apologize. But Hobart's going to start pretty good field position on the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. Minco defense has an opportunity to get a stop here, and Mike Luster is really good at this, and I'm not. But we'll give you a little bit of insight anyway. And not much there as Jake Caruth and number 33, Carson Littlejohn are on that tackle. And great tackle by those guys. And it's going to be about 2nd and 8 from the 44-yard line. There's a little kind of a bubble screen, and pretty good play there by the defense, and they kept that from breaking big, and it's going to be about 3rd and 4 from the 48-yard line. Thank you, Susie. We're glad that you're watching. Thank you for that update. Susie Ruthart loves watching her grandkids play football, and Tasha Ruthart. So we're glad you're joining tonight and watching Minco. And a great play there by Jake Caruth to blow that play up. 4th down, puts Hobart in a punting situation. And I apologize for the camera work. We have some camera operators, and they haven't made it up here yet, and so I need their help desperately. And once we get that, it'll be a little bit better, I promise. So 4th and 8 for the Hobart Bearcats. Here comes the punt. That's a very good punt. Dylan gets the ball. And you see kind of the battle we're up against. And Dylan gets all the way to the 45-yard line on that return. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 41. I look for a lot more of the same. Watch for some action here to Ben Birchfield, but I think we're going to try to grind this one on the ground. And Jackson Pate with about 9 yards on the play to the 50. Great game by Jackson. And pretty good Minco crowd coming out to Hobart. It's about an hour and a half over here. And we're in a hurry-up mode, so here we go. And we're going to go to pass and through Birchfield's hands. But not a bad play. That was a very good play on 2nd and 1. Gets us to a 3rd and 1 situation. And we should be able to pick this up from the 49-yard line. Or from the 50. This will be handoff to Pate. And he kind of gets stretched out there. And Hobart made a great play to stop that run. And anyway, I think our camera operators are coming, which is wonderful because I'm not real good at it. So I want to say thank you to Reese Rumley and Lenny Usler for running the camera tonight. Thank you very much. And we're going to go for it on 4th down. It's a handoff, and Pace he's got the 45. He's going to break to the 40. And 30, 25, 20, he is still on his feet down to the 16-yard line. A good run by Jackson Pate as he is to the 15, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Minco. Good run by Jackson Pate. Ran with authority, and there is a penalty flag on the play. So we'll see what this penalty is. Personal foul, face mask against Minco. So that'll set us back a few yards. It should be 1st and 10, I think. Personal face mask, puts the ball on the 35. It'll be 1st and 10 Minco from the 35-yard line. One thing we want to make sure of is that we don't make a lot of mistakes tonight. No turnovers, no needless penalties. And McMurtry back to pass. He's got Ben open. Ben makes a great catch down at the 5-yard line. And Ben's well on his way to 1,000 yards. And we're working on that camera. You can push it. It's on top. It's on the very top. And Dylan's going to get to the 1-yard line there. See right here. See? There you go. On top there's a button, and you just see how that works. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, right there you go. It's right there on top. Sorry about that, folks. We're trying to get this thing ready, and I appreciate your patience with us tonight. And there's a handoff to number 14, Noah Johnson, into the end zone for the score. Bulldogs go 12-0 here with 7:01 left to play, and going to go for the extra point. We had the first extra point blocked, but so far, 2 really nice drives by the Minco Bulldogs. Running the ball with authority, a great pass play to Ben Birchfield, and so far you couldn't ask for a better first quarter for Minco as we try to go up 13-0 with about 7 minutes left in the game. And there's the kick, and it looks like it is good, and it is 13-0 Minco, 7:01 left in the first quarter. It is senior night here in Hobart. As I said, we're in a press box that is not lit, and we're behind glass with a camera. It's a little bit different, and I hope that you have a good view of everything at home tonight. There might be a window window strip, if you will, that gets in the way sometimes. But so far, so good. And so far, so good for the Bulldogs as we get ready to kick off back to Hobart. And Bulldogs playing quite well right now. Will Holding setting to kick. Here comes the kickoff. It's a line drive kick. It kind of Hobart kind of bobbled that ball, but it'll be stopped at the 34-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. Hobart. And that's the most important thing of this game is let's get this thing over as quick as we can. And then no injuries. We need no injuries as we move into next week into the playoffs. We will host the first round playoff game in Minco. And the score once again is 13-0. Minco over Hobart. So a pickup of about 2 yards where it will be 2nd and 8 from the 34-yard line for Hobart. Tough Minco defense. The defensive line at Minco has played just really, really outstanding. You have some great guys out there. Number 70, Bryce Williams. Number 73, Eli Kirkus. 75, Luke Clement. And here comes the pass, and that's got a connected for a long gain for Hobart. Ben had a pretty good coverage, and Hobart receiver got about a step on him, but really pretty good coverage there. And Hobart made a good play on that pass. But the defensive line's played well. Number 3, Ashton Taylor playing at defensive end, and they've had a great season. Last few weeks they've played very well. And we apologize for the obstruction in your line of sight. And up the middle, number 5 goes, and Hobart scores. It'll be 13-6. And I hope this is streaming through. So 13-6, Minco leads right now as Hobart will attempt a 2-point conversion, I think. And that 2-point conversion is no good, and the score is 13-6. Minco with the lead, and Hobart will be kicking off the ball to Minco again. Defense, really 2 tough plays there, and number 5 pretty fast for Hobart as he broke through that line and took it all the way for the score, set up by that nice pass play by the Bearcats. But the defensive line, regardless, has had a great year, and really kudos to those young men I just mentioned. And I know there's some grandparents in Montgomery, Texas excited about that young man, and one of those young men anyway. They watch us every week from Montgomery, Texas. So Bryce's grandparents and Dallas, we are so grateful that you do join us weekly. Waiting to kick off from the Hobart. And Jackson Pate will recover that on about the 31-yard line. And Minco will start on the 32-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Minco offensive, they've had their way with the with Hobart so far tonight in the first quarter, and going to try to score again and set up another score here. And here's Pate. He takes it up the middle, and he's going to get to the 40-45, and he almost busted that shoestring tackle up to about the 48-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Minco. So Jackson's doing a great job running the ball tonight, and line of scrimmage is giving him a lot of room to work, or the offensive line is giving him a lot of room to work with, and Jackson gets the ball again. We're going to have a flag thrown in there, probably for holding, and we'll see what the call is, but typically when you get a flag there, it's for holding. And it's 13-6 with about 6:16 left. It is a holding call, and so it'll knock Minco back into about a 1st and 20 situation. Not the way you want to start off, or not what you wanted here, obviously, but Coach Wardlaw is giving instructions to the quarterback, Reed McMurtry. You have a man in motion, number 12, Pate. And a bad snap, and we just keep backing ourselves up. Those are mistakes we do not need or cannot afford, so that puts us as the 2nd and forever. And it's about 2nd and 27, ball on the 30, so it's a tough one. And here comes Dylan around the end. A good reverse play. And Dylan gets down to the 45, so it's going to make it about a 2nd and 12, 13 yards to go. Pretty good pickup for Dylan. He had a good run there, several yards, so it'll be actually 3rd down and about 15, 12 yard, 13, but 15-yard run, so 3rd and 12. Oh. Good pass, and just right through the fingertips of Ben. He dropped that one, but 4th and 12, punting situation, so Reed will punt. And that's, it's just the unfortunate side of mistakes. Mistakes will get us and mess up drives and everything else, but here comes the punt. High punt. It'll be taken at the 31-yard line on a fair catch. And Hobart will start there, 1st and 10. So the Bulldogs go off to a pretty good start. That drive was stalled by some mistakes. But offensively, the Bulldogs are doing pretty well. The first drive defensively, they did superb, stopping Hobart. Second drive, we had 2 big plays. So defense will have a challenge here, and as they try to stop Hobart and there's been a lot of action so far. There's still 4:48 left in the first quarter. And a great job right there by Bryce Williams and number 3, Ashton Taylor, on that tackle to stop the Hobart running back behind the line. So it's about 2nd and 12 from the 29-yard line. Excellent job. Excellent job by the Minco defense, and that's what we have to kill this drive. And number 8, so the quarterback's back to pass. And, man, I tell you, that was a great connection and really played well by number 2, Ben Birchfield, and number 5, Reed McMurtry. Just a tremendous play by Hobart, but well defended, and Ben looks like he's a little shaken up. Good to see Ben walking off under his own power. A little shook up there, and man, that was a tough play for the Bulldog defense. Pretty well covered. Just a really good play by Hobart. First and 10. And great job by Ashton Taylor to blow that play up. And it'll be a big loss for Hobart as the quarterback sacked at the 47-yard line, where we'll take it second and a long ways. It's about second and 22, looks like. Second 21 from the 42. Or, I'm sorry, the 47. Big play by Ashton Taylor. Big defense, but we needed that. Watch for that pass play out in the flat. Got to try to cover that guy, and looks like Noah's in there. And Reed is in. And Ryan Wilburn. Looks like we're going to run a reverse, and Ashton Taylor blew that reverse up, and I mean to tell you, he's back at the 35-yard line. So it's going to be third down and about 35 yards, something like that, from the 35-yard line. Ashton Taylor and the Minco defense just dominated that play in this series so far. Third and a long ways. Third and 33. With 2:40 remaining and running here in the first quarter. Minco up 13-6. Hobart's going to run the ball and get up to about the 38-yard line, where it'll be 4th and 31, and I think they're going to punt on 4th and 31. Great job to the Minco defense, and Ashton Taylor. I mean, just two tremendous plays there from the defensive end position to really disrupt the plays and destroy the plays. Good punt. Let's see what Dylan can do if he gets if he's able to return this. And I think he'll be able to return it. He's going to get to the 30. He's going to run straight north and south to the 40. And a good run for Dylan. Bulldogs have good field position at the 40-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 with 1:39 left in the first quarter. Here's a handoff to Pate. He gets the 50. He's going to break it 40, 35-30. He's got one man to beat this guy an angle on him, and he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. I think no signal. Yes, there it is. Touchdown Minco on a long run by Jackson Pate. And no flags on the field, so this score is going to be 19-6, pending the extra point. And exactly what we needed. I'm going to tell you while we're waiting on this extra point. There's the kick, and Will knocks it through to go up 20-6. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Mike Luster. This is not real easy. So, Pastor Mike, you do a tremendous job, and you have tremendous talent. Darwin Fitzgerald and Christy are watching from Gainesville, Texas. I hope that y'all are having a great evening and a great time watching Minco having some fun right now, up 20-6 with 1:26 left. And one thing about about us in Minco too, about our team, is that we've got some key players back off injury in Jake Caruth and Jackson Pate. Jackson's running really well, solid. Looks like he's fully back. I talked to another player that's been out, and if he gets cleared, he'll be back this week. So coming back at the right time for the Minco Bulldogs. And what we need is we head off into the playoffs. Playoffs are always a fun time for schools and fun time for football teams, and we're excited about next week and hosting. Here comes the kickoff, and he's going to be stopped. Carson Littlejohn on the tackle, along with number 25 Jake Caruth and number 28 Tasha Ruthhart on about the 35-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 for Hobart. And Carson really trying to strip that ball. Good defensive play by the freshman. Here comes the run, number 12. And they extend the play out pretty far, but a pretty short gain. And looks like it'll be about 2nd and 9. Or maybe no gain, looks like. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 36. Play stretched out pretty far, but the Bulldogs did really good at chasing that ball and getting that running back out of bounds where he could not do much damage or get around the end. So great job by our defense over there. Bryce is going out, and Isaac Oaks checking in for Bryce Williams. Isaac's had a tremendous senior season as well. And Hobart takes the timeout with 1:13, down 20-6. While we're waiting, I think we have a lot of people watching. I just want you guys to know that we're glad you're watching. You're able to watch on this. We'd like to thank Max Corner Store for sponsoring, and Amy Reynolds and her hair salon. They sponsor this thing. And Amy, I apologize. I don't have this up tonight like I wanted to, where your signet comes up on the screen, and we'll get that figured out, especially before basketball season. That thing will play all year at any event that we do, but we really appreciate their sponsorship of MincoBulldogs.tv. If you have a business out there and would like to help sponsor, contact us. It's real easy to do. Also, Grandparents' Day is coming up, November the 19th. We want to see you there 2 weeks from today. If you're a grandparent, we're going to have the dinner will be in the old gym and the elementary cafeteria. That's where we're going to serve at. It's going to be a great day, and we look forward to having Grandparents' Day after a year off because of COVID last year. We're excited to be able to do Grandparents' Day, and we want to see all grandparents eating on November 19th with their grandkids, and that's always a great meal, and we're really excited about that. As it's 2nd and 10 from the 36 for 2nd and 9 from the 36 for Hobart. And Ashton Taylor, and let's see, just a tough pass play, and we've really been burned over the middle tonight, 2 or 3 times on some big pass plays, and just they get behind us a little bit, and fortunately we are able to cinch up the defensive line and have done pretty well to eliminate them scoring, but really Hobart's making some tremendous pass plays across the middle, wide open for them, and so they're taking advantage of that. So that is something I know that Coach Wardlaw will work on to come up with a scheme to stop that. We're still in the first quarter here, and there we go again. We have a nice stop. Trying to see who's on their number. Ashton Taylor. Will Holding in on the tackle. Carson Littlejohn on the tackle. Good job by the Minco defense. And the Hobart loses 2 yards on that play. 2nd and 12 from the 29 with 15 seconds left. And we'll see if this clock ticks down all the way to end the first quarter. They're lining up with about 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and they get the play off. And he goes off to the middle, and Ben's going to pick that off. Ben Birchfield with the interception at the 5-yard line. Great job by Ben and the Bulldog defense for another stop. And 1st and 10 from the 5 as the first quarter comes to an end. So a pretty good job by the Bulldogs. We have a 14-point lead. They've pretty well controlled the ball game. Good job by Minco, and great turnover there for the Minco Bulldogs, and Ben Birchfield on that interception, and going to change ends of the field. But anyway, as I was saying, we sure hope you're able to come on November 19th and enjoy dinner with your grandkids, as that's always a great day, and it's the Friday before Thanksgiving break. We'll also have the book fair that week. Check the book fair out, and grandparents, bring your wallets. I know all the years my daughters have been in school, and we're in elementary school and middle school especially. The grandparents, man, they all, my parents and my wife's parents always bought those girls something from the book fair. And so bring your wallets, because I know they want to visit the book fair at the Minco Library that week. Here comes the play, and Jackson Pate takes from the 5. He busts loose. He may go. He's got one man to beat. Number 12 is making the beat on him, but great play by Jackson all the way down to the 15-yard line. See, that's 95, about an 80-yard run, I think, something like that. Great job and a great run by Jackson Pate on first down. And the Bulldogs strike with a big play, giving us great field position from the 15. Here's the pass, and it's going to, right through the hands. That was a great play. Right through the hands of Will Holding. Great pass, and it just didn't quite connect, but a good play nonetheless. And Bulldogs are wanting to strike as quick as they can. Great run there. Down to a touchdown. Number 14, Noah Johnson. And I'm sorry I had a little trouble seeing that around where we're at. But great play by Noah Johnson to score. And the Bulldogs score in 3 plays from 95 yards out. Want to give a huge birthday shout out to Gina Morris. She's the financial secretary for Minco Schools, does an outstanding job, and yesterday was her birthday, and we want to say happy birthday. I think she's at home watching tonight. Her husband's out in the cold keeping the books here and keeping stats. But Gina, happy birthday. So with 11:21, the score is Minco 26, Hobart 6. It's turned into a fairly chilly night. Don't y'all think, camera operators, it's a little chilly? They think it's a little cool. It's a little cool in here and a little cool outside. I see a lot of blankets and a lot of coats on, and of course I just have a sweatshirt on and I underdress for this thing, but that's okay. I'll be all right. It's a little chilly. So, so far, a really great night for the Bulldogs, and we're getting ready to kick off, and exactly what we needed to do. Try to get this game out of reach early if we can. Here comes the kickoff from Will Holding. And a high arching kick. And it'll be taken at the 34-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 Hobart. Pretty good kick by Jake. And give the defense. You got to watch that pass play in the middle. The run game is pretty well non-existent for the most part tonight for Hobart. That defensive line led by Bryce Williams, man, just absolutely controlling things here tonight, and but got to watch for that pass play over the middle. Very, very important to watch that and put a stop to that, as they've been pretty successful on hitting that tonight. And Hobart's going to get about 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7 on that play, from the 33-yard line. 36-yard line, rather. So 2nd and 7, quarterback under center. It'll be a handoff, and just play right there. Eli Kirkus and Jake Caruth made a great stop for the Minco Bulldogs on that play, and play for no gain. Be 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and 8 from 36. That actually lost a yard on that play. Back to the 35-yard line. Way to blow up that offensive line there. Our defensive line has played well all year. The last several weeks has really picked up in tenacity, as I said, and they're a lot of fun to watch. And almost an interception. Great play there. Who is that? Reed McMurtry makes a great break on the ball in that pass play and knocked it down. Almost intercepted. A great play. It'll be 4th down and 8, and I'm sure Hobart will punt on this play. And Dylan Ward is going back to receive the punt, and Dylan is always a dangerous runner when he can get that ball and go for it. And Dylan's going to let that roll, and he's going to retrieve it at the 30. 35, he's going to get to the 40. He tries to break, and man, I think they missed a face mask there. Really a pretty tough tackle, but nonetheless, Minco gets pretty good field position at the 41-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. Jackson Pate has pretty well had his way tonight with this Hobart team, and I look for a heavy dose of Jackson Pate on this drive as well. And we're going to have a Dylan gets out, and pretty good little gain for Dylan. Is coming across from the opposite side, and excuse me. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs from the 46-yard line. Here's Jackson Pate giving the ball again. They're going to stop him and trip him up for about a 1-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 47-yard line. Good play, penetration by the Hobart defense there to bring him down. So 3rd and 4. Big third down for Minco to keep this drive going. Have two wide receivers to the left. And there's Pate again. Pate will have the first down to about the 46-yard line, where it'll be first 10 Minco. And Minco is trying to really establish that run and eat the clock up at this time, which is good because I'm cold. If I'd have brought a coat, I'd have been a lot smarter. And, ooh, man. Our center, Luke Clement, took a pretty good shot there as they drew the Hobart team off sides. And it'll be 1st and 5 from the 42-yard line. So the clock is at 8:43, and the Bulldogs and we got a pass play and just overshot Dylan. Dylan was wide open, but the pass just went over his head a few yards. Good play there, so it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Minco. Just didn't quite connect on that, but that was Dylan has some real estate. So 8:30 left. And Jackson Pate with the handoff. He's going to get 4. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 to about the 36-yard line. 37, somewhere in there. And it's a handoff to Jackson again. He's going to bust up the middle. And he is running hard. He's going to get up to about the 21-yard line, I think, 20-21, where it'll be 1st down and 10 from the 21-yard line for the Minco Bulldogs. Great run by Pate. A lot of scrimmages, the offensive line controlling the line of scrimmage for Minco right now. We have a pass play over the middle and just didn't quite connect. A little bit tall for number 85, Will Holy. Just a little bit too tall, but great, pretty good pass and good route ran by Will. Very good route. Just didn't quite connect. Ball was a little too tall. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 21. And another incomplete pass. They'll go 3rd and 10. As that play just didn't quite develop the way they wanted it to. And Carson Littlejohn's checking in. So we've got a timeout here by the Bulldogs. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they set up in. They had 3 running backs out there, and maybe the wishbone. I'm just kidding, but pretty interesting to see what was going to come up there at that time. Next week, as I said, we will host playoffs, and we'll put stuff out on our social media and our website throughout the week, of course. But to be able to buy tickets to that, you will not be able to buy a ticket at the gate necessarily. We may have something set up for that, but you will have to have an online ticket. There will be no ticket stubs. Everything is online, and we'll come up with some plans to help with that. But once again, you go to the OSSA.com for that link to go to the playoffs, or to buy a ticket to go to the playoffs. And here's the handoff to Pate. He breaks it off to the 10. He looks like he's going to break it to the end zone. And Jackson Pate scores on a really great play as he kind of cut in and went to his right and just followed his blockers there. Number 53 on that block. And he followed number 53, Zach Willman, on that play. And, man, a great play by the Minco Bulldogs as we go up 32-6 with 7:36 left in the second quarter. See, it's cold. I'm wishing it away here. Set up for the extra point for Will Holding. The kick is up, and it looks good, and it is good. 33-6, Minco over Hobart. And Minco is playing very well on both sides of the ball. I mean, it's we had a few mistakes here and there, but Minco's playing very well and very solid on both sides of the football tonight, and really pleased with their efforts offensively and defensively. We've given them a few pass plays, but man, the defensive, when they've had to cinch that up, they have, and they've put a stop to that Hobart offense. But offense is moving quite well with Jackson Pate. Some pretty good pass plays as well in there, and offensive line and defensive line are the story of this game, folks. Our lines are dominating tonight, and it's a good night to be a Bulldog. And it's hard to believe this is week 10. It's been a fast 10 weeks of the season. As this is the last regular season game, I can't hardly believe it how fast this goes. But it does, and over across from the field here, just to our, I see them working the cotton fields tonight. So we're right in the middle of western Oklahoma, and the cotton harvest is on as we have the kickoff to the 20, and he's going to get the 25. He's going to break to the 30, and I think it's about the 33-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Hobart with 7.5 left to go in the second quarter. We would like to wish Kevin Quinones from Chickasha a very, very happy birthday. Pastor of Grand Assembly likes to join in for some of this, and happy birthday to you today. And there's I don't know if the ground caused that fumble or he is going right back to Minco. 1st down and 10 for the Minco Bulldogs on a turnover by Hobart. Their second turnover of the game. And we're going to have it on the 35-yard line with 7:21 left, up 33-6. Minco with the ball. Reed back to pass, going deep, and it's. I don't think that play. There was some miscommunication between Reed and Dillon on that play. There is a penalty flag on the play. I'm not sure quite what it will be, if it's holding against the offense or a defensive holding call. Or an illegal receiver downfield is the call. Jackson Pate with another big run up to about the 21-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Minco. So, second and 10 for Minco. First and 10 as we're struggling here with the markers, and I don't know what's going on here. Going to be an offsides call against Hobart to make it 2nd and 5 from the 19-yard line. I'm sorry, 1st and 5 from the 19-yard line. Hand off to Noah Johnson up the middle. He's got some speed. He breaks it. He's going to score. And 39-6 with 6:26 left. A nice run by Noah. He ran right behind the offensive line and did a great job running behind number 75, the center there. A great play by Noah. And a good score, 39-6, as we go for the extra point with 6:26 left in the second quarter. Here's the kick, and it is good, and the score, Minco 40, and Hobart is 6 with 6:26 left to go in the second quarter. I don't know. So the Bulldogs have dominated Hobart all evening long, and offensive and defensive lines playing well, and our skill positions are taking that to their advantage. And really nice night for the Bulldogs. A beautiful night for football. A little cool and crisp, but hey, it's a beautiful night for Minco. As Will sets off to kick off again. And as I said, it was 6:26 left in the game. It is Minco 40 and to 6 over Hobart. Here comes the kickoff. About 25 to 30, and nice tackle where it'll be 1st and 10 Hobart from about the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the 35 for Hobart, and a great job right there by number 60, Hoyle Laura, burning that play up to about a 2-yard gain to be 2nd down and 8 from the 37-yard line. Great play by Laura there to make the tackle and eliminate many yards at all. So 2nd down and 8 for Hobart on this play. The defense has controlled Hobart all night long, so this and a good job by Hoyle again to make that tackle. Pretty good game by Hobart, but they did not get the first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 yards to go, maybe a long one from the 44-yard line. So big defensive play here for Minco to try to get the stop and get the ball and maybe try to grind this thing down a little bit in the run game. And a little swing out pass behind the line, and good play by Hobart, and also good play by Reed McMurtry to stop the play. It'll be 1st and 10 Hobart from the 50-yard line as the clock ticks down to 4:53 and counting in the second quarter. And a good job there by host of Bulldogs, led by Carson Littlejohn. And it's a stop at the 50-yard line for no gain, where it'll be 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 for Hobart as the clock runs down to, we'll run down to under 4 minutes here in the second quarter. And I look for them to try to go for a pass play here, maybe a little slant action or something like that, trying to pick up some yards. The run game has just been pretty non-existent, although they may try to run it in. The quarterback does a pretty good job picking up about 5 yards, where it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 45-yard line. He kind of spun around there from the after he received the ball and from the center and on the snap, and made a nice little run of about 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 5, or 3rd down and 6 rather, for the Bulldogs. I'm sorry, for Hobart. And we have a flag here, and it's going to be a legal procedure against Hobart. It'll knock him back 5 yards to a 3rd and 11 from the 40 or 49-yard line, I think, is where it'll be placed. And cross back over the 50, so it'll be 3rd and 11 for Hobart. An unforced error. Incomplete pass, make it 4th and 10 from the 50 for the Hobart Bearcats, and see what play they try to run here. And it looks like Hobart's going to punt. And once again, this punt will give Dillon a chance to run the ball back. Dillon is an explosive player, as we mentioned before, and if he can bust a seam, he's gone. Does a fine job anytime he gets his hands on the ball. And here comes the punt, and he's got it. He's going to get to the 20. He breaks free. He's got a little seam. He's going to get to the 30, 35, and stutter steps out to bounds to the 38-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Minco Bulldogs with 2:20 left in the second quarter, up 40-6 over Hobart here in Hobart. And I'll look for the Bulldogs to run the ball here and try to milk some of this clock and get out of here. And here comes the play to Dillon as he comes around, sweeps around the edge. He gets to the 40, he gets to the 45, and he'll be stopped at about the 47 yard line. A good gain. It'll be 2nd and 2 rather. Good defensive stop by Hobart on that play, but a good gain by Dillon as he come from in and swept around to the other side of the opposite side of the field from where he was at and made a good play. A minute 42 left. It's a handoff to Noah. He's following his big boys, and a good gain for Noah up to the 40. Here's a penalty flag thrown. So I don't know if there's a face mask in there or a hole or something, but we're going to find out what is happening here with the call. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Against the Bulldogs. I'm not sure what that call means. I don't really know. I don't know what that exactly is, but we'll go at it again with 1:32 left. We have a discussion going here by the officials. We will be bringing you a lot of basketball games. Pastor Mike will be doing that for us and covering that, and we look forward to listening to him call basketball games on Bulldogs.tv with 1:32 left, the clock ticking down. First and 10 from the 49. Here will be a handoff to number 8, Ryan Wilburn. Good to see Ryan in there, as Ryan gets a good gain down to the 43 yard line, rather, where it'll be about 2nd and 3. And the Bulldogs in hurry-up mode with 1:08 and the clock running. There's a play catch by Will Holding. A great job as he is trying to break free and get every yard he can get. He's going to get down to about the 37, 38 yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs in the second quarter, up 40-6 with less than a minute left to go. And we have Dylan Warden out in the flat. He gets to the 30. He breaks the tackle, 30, 25, 20, 15, down to the 18, 13 yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs. And Bulldogs are moving quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Get this play. The ref will start the clock here. And we're ready for the play. And Will Holding out there catches, makes a nice catch, and gets down to the 1 yard line. Will be 1st and goal from the 1 with 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. And some really nice crisp pass by Reed McMurtry, and catches and runs. Here's the handoff to Ryan Wilburn, and Ryan Wilburn is in the end for the score to go 46-6 with 21 seconds left. And we have an extra point coming. Yeah. There you go. And there's a bad snap, and he's going to throw it in there, and it nothing went right on that play, but hey, good effort. And so far tonight, it's been a by the Minco Bulldogs offensively with that drive, with getting the ball with 1:30 seconds left and driving the field, and really some great pass plays by Reed McMurtry to number 85 Will Holding and number 1 Dylan Warden. Really Auburn out there running the ball. He had a horrible injury in baseball, just absolutely horrible, and probably the worst injury I've ever witnessed in person. And he has come all the way back from that to contribute, and great to see. Great to see Ryan contributing tonight as we try to get to halftime. And then once again, I should have brought a jacket or a coat, because it's pretty cool in the camera ladies, and they're agreeing with me. There's the kickoff, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Hobart from around the 43-yard line, I think. 43, 1st and 10 from the 43, with 20 seconds left to go in the second quarter. The Bulldogs up 46-6. Bulldogs have just dominated all facets of the football game tonight as we run to the playoffs, I believe, against Moreland next week, is who we're going to host. Good little run by Hobart. 2nd down 5. Picked up about 6 yards on that. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 44-yard line. And time just ran out, and that will do it for the end of the first half. So at the end of the first half, it's Minco 46, Hobart 6. And Minco has completely dominated this football game tonight, defensively, offensively. And we're going to take a little break here for 15 or so minutes. And come back in about 15 minutes. Get you something to eat in your warm houses. As I said, it's pretty cool out here tonight. But thanks for joining us tonight. And we'll be back in about 15 minutes for some more exciting Bulldog football. And at halftime, the score, Minco 46, Hobart 6. Well, welcome back to Minco football. In the second half, getting ready to kick off in about 20 seconds. Minco is up 46-6, and we'll be kicking the ball off to Hobart as they receive here in the second half. First half was domination by the Minco team, especially on the line of scrimmage, offensive and defensive line. Running backs did a great job of running behind the line, and the defensive line just dominated Hobart. And ready to start things off here in just a minute. And it's just an absolute beautiful evening for Minco Bulldog football here in Hobart, Oklahoma. Just a beautiful night. A little cool and crisp, but hey, it's good football weather, and we enjoy the fall, and as we approach Thanksgiving. But beautiful, beautiful weather tonight. We'll be hosting a playoff game at home next week. We hope you can join us. Be watching our social media pages and our website on how to get tickets to that ball game, and we'll be updating that throughout the week, as you have to get them online, and there are no paper tickets. You have to buy them through the OSSA. I think tickets are about $11.50 a piece for the playoff games, with the surcharge on using the cards to buy those electronically. So and when to kick off, Will Holding has done a good job kicking this year, as it's a nice kick down to the 30-yard line. And he's going to have a nice run back up to about the 43-yard line. Will be first and 10 Hobart from the 43 with 11:55 remaining in the third quarter. Some of the Hobart crowd has thinned out tonight after their senior night activities, and as I said, we have a pretty good crowd from Minco here tonight, as we travel so well, and half the time, home or away, we're going to have more fans than the team we're playing for sure at home, and then a lot of times on the road. And right now, it's looking like we may have a few more. Great defensive play by Ashton Tyler, knocked that ball down on a deflected pass, but we have a really good crowd. It's great support for our student athletes, and always tremendous support. So it'll be second and 10 from the 43. It's a handoff to number 12, and great job there by big Eli Kirkus to stop that play. Great play, assisted by Hoyle Lara, but I'm telling you, a great play by Eli Kirkus to explode on that and knock that down for a loss of about 3 yards. It'll be third down and 13 from the 40-yard line. Good job by the Minco defense and the defensive line once again. You've got Eli Kirkus, Bryce Williams, Luke Clement, number 3, Ashton Taylor on that line, and they've done an outstanding job long. And no gain. In fact, there's a turnover as number 75, Luke Clement, comes up with the ball. It'll be a fumble and a turnover to Minco. First and 10, Minco on about the 38-yard line with 10:55 left. Great defensive play by the on that, as they strip the running back of the ball and look for a lot of running this half. As we'll try to eat the clock up with 10:55 left. We're up 46-6, and 2 quarters to go. Here's the pass play, and that was poor communication between the receiver and quarterback there, as it'll be second down and 10 from the 38. And a good run from scrimmage by Ryan Wilburn. It'll be third down and 1 to the 30. Ryan's having a fine game tonight. As I said, had a tough injury back in April, and he's had some surgeries on his mouth and stuff like that. But boy, he's playing hard. He's not afraid to get in there and fight for every yard he can get. Third down and 1. Be another handoff to Ryan. He is met at the line of scrimmage, but I think he's going to be close to the first down. He spun, had a lot of progress there. I think it's going to be fourth down and about a foot. So then the officials time out for a measurement. Great job by Ryan as he was stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to get himself out of that and did a little turning and twisting, and man made absolutely something out of nothing for sure on the ball. And I think we're about 6 inches short of a first down. So it'll be fourth and half a foot. And Minco comes up with about 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Going to try to get an offsides penalty there as they let the clock run down. No hurry to run the play. And the play clock's down to about 7. Handoff to Ryan Wilburn, and he's going to have the first down. He's going to get down the 25-yard line, where it'll be first and 10 for Minco from the 25. And Minco is going to try to run the clock as much as they can and keep this thing running. And when this play goes off, we'll be down to about 9 minutes left in the third quarter. And too, the important thing, is staying healthy in this ball game and keeping everybody healthy. I think we're going to come out of it all right. Ben Birchall's a little shook up, but I think he's all right, and probably keeping him out for precautionary reasons. And here's the play to Ryan Wilburn. Boy, he is fast. He's going to take it up, and he is strong as he gets up to the 20-yard line. At about 21, about a 4-yard gain. But, man, that was a good run for Ryan. It'll be second and 6 from the 21-yard line. He did not stop. He kept those legs churning and going and moving. And a good play by Ryan Wilbert on that carry to get what he could. Carson, who is mid-season for the Bulldogs at linebacker and running back. And here he goes. He's got the ball. He's got to run. Stiff arm, 10-5. He's going to score into the end zone. Good job by Carson Littlejohn to score a touchdown. And the Bulldogs are going to go up to a score of 52-6 over Hobart here tonight. Great job by Carson as he went on the outside and stiff-armed the defender and made it look pretty easy, actually, as he got to the end zone. Good job by Carson Littlejohn. And I think somewhere in Gainesville, Texas, I can hear his grandmother yelling right now. So the extra point attempt is up. And it is good, and it is 53-6 Minco. With 8:17 to go in the third quarter. Once again, I want to thank Lenny Utzler and Reese Rumley for helping with the camera tonight. I appreciate them stepping up and taking care of this for us tonight. And next week, Pastor Mike will be back. And if you're listening, I'm sure you're glad of that. He does a tremendous job. And, man, thank you, Pastor Mike, for all you do for Minco Athletics, Minco Football. We're not done with football yet. 35 and first and 10 for Hobart from the 40-yard line with 8 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Once again, if you're still listening in, we hope you're here. We hope you're in Minco for that. And if you listened in to us, man, I hope I get to meet you. If I've not had a chance to meet you yet and you're coming in for Grandparents' Day, I look forward to seeing you there. It's a great, great day for our community and our students and our grandparents. Here's be a catch by Hobart up to about the 46-yard line, where it will be 4 yards to go. From 35. Yeah, nice run. Breaks to the line. He's going to have a first down. I'm trying to see who that is down. I can't quite make it out. Looks like Joel Lara is down on the ground with an injury and being attended to. So we have an injury timeout with 7:24 left, 53-6 Minco, and Joel looks like he's all right. He's bounced up and going to take it to the sidelines and good job by number 14, the receiver, and he's going to get all the way down to about the 28-yard line of Minco, where it'll be first and 10 from the 28 for Hobart with 7:14 left. Hobart's on a drive here. And obviously we're getting some of our reserves in. What you see here, number 72, Gavin Goodman is in, a sophomore. Number 77, Owen Jenkins making an appearance tonight. Zach Willman on the defensive line. And good stop right there by number 56, who is Colton Menendez, a freshman. Number 52 out there tonight too, getting some playing time. So this is good for our young guys that don't get to play a whole lot, that are younger. Get some great experience out here tonight in a varsity football game. And so our starters are off on the sidelines right now. And as we try to put this ball game away and get out of here with the victory and any more injuries. And great job by the defense there to just blow that play up. Good job by number 52 on that play. Shane Godwin, man, he made sure that didn't go anywhere. Good job by number 52 Shane Godwin on that play, and put a stop to that. It'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 23 for Hobart. Quarterback from under center. Be a toss to number 12, and he's got some. I believe he's going to have the first down. But a good stop by the Minco defense. Number 72 there made that tackle. That would be Gavin Goodman. Good tackle by Gavin. And as the clock runs down to near 5 minutes, about 5:17 left on the clock, and defense is playing pretty well. They're not giving up anything real big. You're getting 4 and 5 yards of play here, but defense playing good, get some good experience. And they're going to the air and going to flag that for pass interference. And that will go against number 6, Gavin Johnson, rather. Not bad coverage, but he had too much jersey over there, and they're going to get you for that every time. So with less than 5 minutes, about 4:48 left, 53-6, Minco lead. Hobart is threatening on the 8-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and goal from the 8. And that play, Carson Littlejohn just absolutely blew that play up, and really no gain on the play, maybe even a little bit of loss there. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 9. And great job by Carson there to come up from the linebacker position and grab that running back and take him to the ground. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 8. We're running down to about 4:09 left in the game. Clock keeps ticking down. It'll be under 4 minutes after this play. And a good tip right there from the line of scrimmage. I did not see who got that. A great tip. And I believe it was Gavin Johnson that got that tip. Or Gavin Goodman, rather. I'm sorry. So a big 3rd down play for the Bulldog defense. They've played very well here, these reserves. Here comes a pitch and a sweep, and it will be stopped short on the 6-yard line. And great job by Colton Mendez, a freshman that we'll be calling his name a lot over the next few years, folks. He's a good player, he can tackle well, he has a good eye for the ball, he knows where to be, and you'll hear a lot of him over the next his name over the next few years. So a big 4th down for this second-team defensive unit, who have really tightened things up. And watch for a little an out pass play here. And great job right here to be under a lot of pressure by the line. He's going to throw an incomplete pass. And I tell you, the defensive line pressured that quarterback and completely dominated the offensive line. So this reserve defensive unit did a great job to stop that. So Minco takes over on downs, 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line. Great job by that line, defensive line. And, I know Coach Worrell has to be proud of these kids, not let them in the end zone, and working hard. So we've got 3:16 left in the 3rd quarter, up 53-6, starting at the 7-yard line. So look for a lot of Ryan Wilburn here. I believe that's Ryan in the backfield. I'm not sure. I can't hardly tell from where I'm at, but I think that's who it is. Yeah, that's who it is. And look for a lot of him on this drive as we just try to eat the clock up and get out of here with a nice win. And a big win as we approach the playoffs. So picked up a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 from the 10. This is a place where you don't want to turn the ball over. You just want to maintain possession and get the first down or punt if you have to. You don't want to turn it over here in any circumstance with any lead. So look for a lot of running. And here comes Carson Littlejohn. And that play kind of blew. But he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard out of the play. Once again, playing it safe. And running a lot of those sweeps, if you will. I don't know. As the wide receiver, tight end will come around and take a little pitch out from the quarterback and get some yards. So 3rd down and 8 from the 9-yard line. And hand off to Ryan Wilburn. And he picks up about a yard. It'll be 4th down. Obvious punting situation. And we'll let this clock run down as we approach down to, it'll be less than a minute left by the time the clock runs down. We won't be in any hurry to snap this ball as we're trying to get the, it's been a fast-moving third quarter. And, and the game just dominated. Here comes the snap and the punt. And a pretty good punt right there. And it's going to go all the way down to the 50-yard line. So about a 40-yard kick by number 5, Reed McMurtry. A great punt. And Hobart takes over. 1st and 10 with 1:09 left in the third. Snaps from under center. The quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to get about 7 yards on that play. So the clock is ticking down to about 45 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter. Up 53-6. Been a great night for the Bulldogs. The band, they've done outstanding tonight as well, and a little play, and not going to get much out of that. Really a play for no gain. Great job by the Minco defense, and once again, Colton Menendez on the stop there. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 44 as we approach the start of the fourth quarter. And we'll get to the fourth quarter here now, and there's the end of the third quarter. So if you're still joining us, still watching, it's 53-6, Bulldogs moving into the fourth quarter. Game of note, just from our neighbors, Total and Blanchard are playing the big game tonight in Class 4A. Total's been defeated all season, and right now in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes left, Blanchard is up 13-7 over Tuttle. So that would be a bit of an upset, as Tuttle's the #1 ranked team in Class 4A. We'll kind of watch that and keep you updated on that score. Next week, I believe we're going to play Moreland at home. And if I'm wrong, we'll let you know. But I believe that's who we're going to play in the playoffs. They're up 42-0 over Sayre tonight. Last check of that ball game. I'm waiting for the scores to load, but Moreland score. But they're up 48-0 over Sayre. And I believe we're going to play Moreland next week. We will have all the playoff information as on a third down play. We go to the air, and a great job there by number 6, Gavin Johnson, to knock that pass play down. It'll be fourth by Monday for you. And remember, you have to buy your tickets online through SSA. We will have a link on our website and our social media pages. We'll have some other options there, hopefully, if we need to help you out. But things are kind of changing, and to get an OSSA playoff event, there'll be no passes or no tickets. Also, TV as Hobart takes this play, and I think he's going to have the first down to 9-yard line, so it'll be first and 10. All that information. We have to watch the meetings on Monday. We will be able to broadcast some of the playoffs to you, but we plan on doing that for the first round for sure. We are really glad for our partnership with Squirtle. And handoff to number 14. It'll be second down, and they picked up about 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8 for Hobart on this play. The Bulldogs finishing up the regular season. They're going to be 7-3, finished second in the district, and had a good year. They've had a bag, but it didn't work that way. Very young team, but this team has improved all year long as Hobart picked up about, I think they're going to get the first, it's going to be about third down and a yard after a nice pass play, nice pickup with 10:28 left. It'll be first and 10. But it's been a nice season for the Bulldogs, and it's something about Minco. This is one of the few teams we've been in the playoffs every year since 2010. Not very many teams in Oklahoma can say that, I promise you. So that's a great record, and we have one of the most winning records since 2010 of any football team in the state of Oklahoma, regardless of class. Is incomplete in the front corner of the end zone. But Minco has a lot of wins and very few losses over the last several years, so we're definitely proud of the Bulldogs and the efforts they make on the football field in all of our sports. We're really fortunate to have great athletic program at Minco, and that's a testament to our coaches. And we have a great academic program, and our teachers do wonderful. And it's just great. And we're as we have this season of Thanksgiving, we're thankful to be a part of Minco, all of us. Here comes the handoff, and number 12 makes a nice run up to about the 20-yard line, where it will be third and short, 3rd and 3 from the 20. And this, like I said, this defensive line, these reserves that are in it, man, they play hard, and we'll see if they can get the stop again. Hobart had a nice drive, and they were able to shut it down the last series that Hobart had the ball. Here's the snap. We have a pass play, and that was a little miscommunication there between their quarterback and receiver. And it'll be 4th down and 3 for Hobart coming up on this play. I'll look for some type of quarterback run, possibly, maybe hand off to number 12. But watch for the quarterback to try to go behind the tackle here and pick up this first down. Of course, usually when I call a play, it doesn't work because they don't do what I would do. And sure enough, that's what the quarterback does, but we're waiting on it. And number 72 made a tremendous play to stop that. That would be Gavin Goodman. So Gavin makes the stop, and we're going to take over on downs, 1st and 10 with 9 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. Look for a heavy dose of Ryan Wilburn here. We might throw the ball around a little bit, but I think for the most part we're going to try to ground it out and eat the clock up. And Tuttle has taken the lead 14-13 over Blanchard as Ryan Wilburn makes a good run. We can hear that pop from up here. But a good run by Ryan Wilburn. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs from the 25-yard line. But it looks like Tuttle scored to take a 1-point lead over Blanchard with 6 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter there. That's a big rivalry between Tuttle and Blanchard. So the clock's ticking away, approaching 8 minutes to play. Here's a pass play to number 33, the freshman, and Carson. He doesn't go down easy, folks, and he's not afraid of contact. And he lowered that shoulder, and a good gain, and we have a penalty flag here on the ground, and it's going to be a hold against Minco. But that was a nice play by Carson Littlejohn. He was not afraid to take contact, and he's not afraid to run through people. So there again, Carson's another freshman that you will be saying his name a whole lot over the next 3 years after this year. And I expect we're going to be saying his name a lot over the next few weeks as we shoot for that gold ball in the playoffs. Here's Carson again with a nice run, and Carson's going to pick up about 5-6 yards on that play, and Minco milking that clock as much as they can. A little over 7 minutes left to play in the game, 53-6. You're just trying to keep the clock moving. Down to under 10 on the play clock. It'll be close to 7 minutes when they snap the ball. And hand off to Ryan Wilburn or to Noah Johnson up the middle. And Noah will have the first down. 1st and 10 for the Minco Bulldogs from the 36-yard line. And they're keeping that clock going, so it's going to try to get this game over as quickly as possible and get home back to Minco and start preparations for Moreland and the playoffs. Little pass play to 28, Tasher Ruthart. Tasher makes a break in a nice game by Tasher, and he's driven out of bounds hard up at the 47-yard line, and that's enough for another Bulldog first down as the Bulldogs are moving the ball with about it should be under 6 minutes by the time they snap the ball here and get the clock set. I'm not sure why they haven't wound it yet, but Here we go. And this should be under 6 by the time they snap the ball. Bulldogs in no hurry. Here's a snap. It's a handoff to Carson Littlejohn. And a great block by, he hurdled the player. Oh my goodness. A great block by not Gavin, but by dadgummit, by Noah Johnson. I mean, a nice block, and then Carson hurdled the player for a nice gain out of the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Actually, a great play by the Bulldogs. Great play by Noah and great play by Carson, and they're not taking any plays off. They're going down the field, and I think but they're playing hard still, guys. No hurry to snap the ball. Here comes a little misdirection to Gavin Johnson. Gavin has a good run, and Gavin's going to break it out down to the 24-yard line. He did lose the football, and it'll be 1st and 10 Hobart on that turnover. And Gavin is down on the play here, and he took a pretty good shot. So we're down to about 5:14. Hobart will have the ball. We're up 53-6, and our thoughts are with Gavin right now as they're checking him out. And he took a pretty tough shot on that play and coughed it up, but I don't. Looks like he's getting up and. So Coach Wardlaw is helping him off the field, and we'll resume play shortly. It looks like Gavin's hopefully all right. And Hobart lines up to snap the ball with 5:14. Incomplete pass. So with about 5:10 left, and I think it's 2nd down and 10. So it'll be about 2nd and 4, looks like, for Hobart on that run, off that run. Hobart ran the ball tough on that play. So about 4.5 left in the game. And a good stop right there by Reed McMurtry on that play. It did connect for a 1st down, but a nice tackle by Reed. Good form tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for Hobart from around the 36-yard line. is still 14-13 Tuttle over Blanchard in a big contest for our neighbors. Little pitch out, and going to pick up about 4 yards on that play to the 40-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 6 for Hobart. Under 4 now in the contest. Been a great night for the Bulldogs. Solid performance, solid victory, both sides of the ball. And they stuff the middle. They're going to pick up about 1.5 yards on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 3, long 3 for Hobart. Next week we'll host a playoff game. I'm not sure of the time of that. I don't know if it'll be at 7 or 7:30. It could be at 7:30. I'm not sure if we're able to do that one at 7 or not. We'll let you know. Be following along. We'll let you know what time it starts, and look forward to seeing playoff action for sure as the clock gets under 3 minutes here. And Hobart makes a big play down to the 35-yard line, a big run for their running back, number 25, up the middle. We thank you for joining all season on MincoBulldogs.tv, and as I said, we're thankful for Pastor Mike and his play-by-play abilities, and I tried to help a little bit. He'll be back next week for the playoff game, and we'll join up again. And look forward to doing that for you and each and every week here through the playoffs. And back to pass is number 8, the quarterback, and good job there by Noah Johnson to cover that. It almost had a pick. Incomplete, where it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Hobart. Here's a nice run by 25 up the middle. It looks like he's going to have enough for a 1st down for Hobart as we approach the clock goes under 2 minutes here, and that's the best thing going right now as the clock is running. Quarterback under center takes the snap. Back to pass. Under pressure. Good pass. A missed tackle there. But they're going to get him down just short of the 1st down marker, looks like, where it'll be about 2nd and 1 to go. With by the time they snap this ball, it'll be about a minute left in the half. Well, actually, maybe they gave him the 1st down. They did give him the 1st down, so it'll be 1st and 10. And minute 17 on the clock. They'll start this, here just a second, and defense will try to hold them out of here. But it's been a really tremendous job by all these kids tonight for Minco. Get down to about the 11, maybe the 10-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 5. Clock's running. It'll be running under a minute, and pass play, and Tasher Ruthart looks like it's going to be a touchdown. A good, really nice play by the Hobart receiver, and Tasher Ruthart had great coverage on that play, but a good play by Hobart nonetheless. And the score is 53-12 with 31 seconds left. And boy, do we want that 31 seconds to get off the clock. And Hobart will go for two of the. No, they're going to kick the extra point. No, I'm sorry about that. Here comes the kick, and it is good. It'll be 53-13. So about 30 seconds left. We thank you for joining us, as I said. We're going to get this victory, get on the road, and get back home and set up for next week. Chilly night tonight, but a beautiful night. Really a nice night for football. Good football weather here in Hobart. Everyone has a great week, and I hope that we really fill our place up next week and support these kids. We have a big playoff game with Moreland. It'll be a big, big game as we await the kickoff. And this thing is about in the books with 31 seconds left. And it's not good. And Hobart did recover. So with 31 seconds left, Hobart retains possession on the onside kick. Down